Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rafa Kirasantika. I'm from 8.5. My attendance is 25. Now I will do a HG reading for October. Okay. Earlier on in today's lecture, I mentioned the importance of hand gesture and said that I touch on some of this. Pardon the pun. Hand gesture are of course often culturally one and can vary from group to group, but there are a few of them which, if not universal, are very common in that around the world. I'd like to focus on the history of four gestures in particular: the salute, the thumb up, the high five, and the handshake. The salute gesture most associated with the military may have originated in the 18th century. The Grenadier Guards, one of the oldest regiments of the British Army, used helmets in the form of cones. These were held in place by chin strap. It was difficult to raise your helmet when greeting someone, so the soldiers simply touched their head with one short movement of the hand before quickly putting it back down again at their side. The thumb up gesture apparently goes back a lot further. It's widely believed that this gesture goes back to Roman times when the gladiators fought in front of the emperor and eager crowds in the Colosseum. The fallen gladiator fate was decided by the audience. If they felt he had fought well, they showed their approval with a thumb up gesture. The emperor would then confirm this and thereby would spare the gladiator's life. If the crowd gave a thumbs down, on the other hand, that meant execution. However, there are no reliable historical references to thumb going either up or down in the Colosseum. It may be that if the crowd wants to spare the gladiator's life, then they would actually cover up their thumb and keep it hidden. They would only extend their hand and thumb if they wanted the gladiator killed. This actually makes more sense as the emperor could much more easily see what the crowd was indicating when looking out over a huge arena. The high five hand gesture is almost universally used as a greeting or celebration. Many see its origins in baseball. Two U.S. teams lay claim to inventing the high five. The Los Angeles Dodgers in 1977 or the Louisville Cardinals in 1978. It's quite likely that it was neither, and the gesture might have a much earlier origin again. It is very similar to a 1920s jazz age gesture known as the low five or giving skin. This gesture involved people slapping each other's lower hands. Also in celebrating, there are in fact numerous references to the low five in films of the era. Perhaps the high five is just an evolution of that gesture. The final gesture I am going to mention today is the handshake. It dates back as a greeting at least as far as ancient Greece. In the Acropolis Museum in Athens, the base of one of the columns show goddess Hera shaking hand with Athena, the goddess of wisdom and courage. It's thought that shaking hand rather than bowing or courtesy show both parties as equals. In 17th century marriage portraits in Europe, we find many examples of handshake between husband and wife. Now, of course, the handshake has a multitude of use: meeting, greeting, parting, offering congratulation, expressing gratitude, or completing an agreement. In sport or other competitive activities, it is also done as a sign of good sportsmanship. In this way, the gesture has not strayed from its original meaning to convey trust, respect, and quality. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.